that I was always waiting for my moment. I think that every book I've read about someone having lost a lot of weight, or if I've seen blogs about it, or even talk to other people who've done it, they all had a defining moment where they knew they had to change their lives. And I think for me, I just kept waiting to find that moment. There was never any major humiliating event that took place where I thought everything has to change right now, starting today. I've had times where I've thought that, but it was never to the extreme where I actually did it. Because I've been waiting for it, I think I've just kept gaining in the process and thought it hasn't gotten that bad. You can probably tell by my full body reveal video that I carry a lot of my weight in a way that from the front or from the back, you really don't see the impact of my weight. So if I'm looking at myself dead on in the mirror, maybe I look like I have a double chin. Maybe I can see a little bit of fattiness in my arms, but the real girth and bulk, I guess you could say, of my problem isn't as evident. When I turn to the side, that all falls apart. I've had people think I'm pregnant before, and I never have been. But I've had people looking me in the eye, and then when I turn to the side, I can see that they're genuinely shocked at how large my stomach looks from the side. And so if you spend 3 or 4 years just not looking at yourself in the mirror from the side, you miss it. I really try to keep myself in the dark in terms of what I actually looked like. I also have always presented myself in a way where I think that maybe I can just distract someone with my eye makeup or with really good accessories. A lot of people who know me, they know this face. I didn't really put a lot of makeup on in my first 2 videos because I didn't want people to be like, oh, look, she's just trying to look good. And but the truth is I have really high standards for how my face looks, and really nothing else. I will put bronzer on my face and not really put any on my neck or my or on my chest, and it's as if those parts of my body don't exist. Just because there's only things that I'm looking at doesn't mean that's what everybody else is looking at too. And I don't care how many hours I spend in a beauty supply store, there is not a single eyeshadow in there that's going to make me thinner. But I would just continue to make purchases that would really only showcase the things that I chose to pay attention to. Ultimately, from a distance, when someone looks at me, I'm just going to look like another fat girl. If I catch a glimpse of myself, like a reflection in a store window, or any type of reflective surface in a public place, and it's at a distance, I don't recognize myself because I'm looking at my face like this, maybe even closer sometimes. This is what I'm seeing. When you see a picture of me, this is what you're seeing, because this is the only part of me that I feel like is satisfactory. It's the only part of me that I feel like is acceptable. And the truth is there's so much more to me. And I need to be okay with that. I need to be okay with the fact that there are going to be things that even if I reach a goal weight, I'm still not going to like about myself. I know that I'm not paying that much attention. It's even little things like my hands. My hands, I'm embarrassed of them. They're, stumpy and chubby looking. And even when I was kind of thinner, I still had chubby hands. I don't do my nails. I don't get them done. I don't take pride in those at all. You'd think with all the time that I spend buying beauty supplies, I would be doing that too. But I even put a self-tanner on and didn't really wash it off, so I've got these weird, awful orange lines in my fingers, and I probably won't scrub them off. I'll just let it look like I've got dirty hands. And I am not prioritizing and making sure that if I'm going to spend any time in a day making myself look better, it should be starting with what I'm having for breakfast, not starting with the first, piece of makeup that I put on my face. And that is going to be a new way for me to retrain my thinking as well. I have not comfortably worn a pair of jeans since I was probably 14. I have some because there are occasions where you just can't show up in stretchy black pants without people making a comment. And what I'm trying to do is blend in, not, showcase the fact that I'm not wearing casual clothing. So I've purchased jeans to wear, or this like stretchy fat girl denim type stuff. And I'm so uncomfortable. I've worn jeans places where I had to unbutton them just to feel like I could sit down. And that's humiliating. And it's not something that only I can see. And I need to really own up to that. So this is a major step in this process. And I don't feel like it's humiliation. I feel like I've already been there. I've already humiliated myself. I feel like what I'm doing now is trying to be honest and to be real. I have to start with putting more of myself out there and not hiding. And that's what is very liberating about this. My girl Amy, she is Journey to Myself on YouTube. She kind of helps give me a push. I think that she was hearing my pleas and my cries for some way to fix this mess I've gotten myself into. And she's right here alongside me, and she did her full body video, and I'm so proud of her. I know that we all have our own reasons for not wanting to do something like that, but when I watched her video, I thought, I hope I made someone else that proud when I showed all those lumps and bumps that I have been dealing with and trying to conceal all this time. The truth is when you have that much girth on the lower part of your body, you're not hiding it. You're just covering it up. People can still tell it's there. And that's what I'm working on. So I hope that I just felt like she was freeing herself, and I just felt so good watching that. And I thought, if someone else saw what I did and it spoke to them and they didn't go, ooh, put that away, kind of like how I felt while I was editing it, that means a lot to me. It really does, because I want to sometimes give up on things that I'm doing because I feel guilty doing things for myself. Like, I'm not worth it. Look what I've put myself through. I might as well just deal with it. It's my problem now. And if maybe I feel like someone else is benefiting from the fact that I am finally doing something for myself, then I won't feel so guilty.